Yo, what's up? This is the infamous Final Fantasy fan coming to you guys with another video. Okay, I'm not gonna do that throughout the entire video. I just wanted a new introduction to my videos. So, that's what you guys got. Now today I have a very special video for you guys. I'm going to tell you guys my favorite video game of all time. Now, as you guys know, I'm a serious gamer. Of all the games around me, except if they're bad, then I don't like them, obviously. But seriously, since I'm a serious gamer, I happen to look for games all over the place. Game stores I'm like attracted to. But for everyone, it's very, very hard to pick a favorite video game because there's so much out there that it's just so hard just to pick one. That's why people make top 10s and top 5s. So they can narrow it down to their 5 favorite games or their 10 favorite games. But today, I'm just going to tell you guys my favorite. Now, you may be asking yourself, ooh, he's a Nintendo fanboy. Is it Nintendo based? Maybe it's Sony based. Maybe even Microsoft. Well, I'm not going to spoil anything until I get to the game. But it is true that I am a Nintendo fanboy, so most likely it'll be Nintendo. Nintendo based. But anyways, this is a game that I feel that everybody loves. It was found used in a game store for $34.99. I mean, geez, a used game for $35? It should have been $50. Because it's just that good a game. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if I went on eBay and found that they were selling for $100. I'd still buy it. Anyway, let's just get to the game. My favorite video game of all time is The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time for the N64. And sadly, I do not own the N64 gold cartridge. I just have it for GameCube. But still, it's the exact same game. Obviously, this is the 2-game bonus, which includes Zelda Ocarina of Time Master Quest, which is basically the same game, but with harder dungeons, and the subquests maybe a little harder. But anyways, it still has the main game. First one. As it says right here, it was the 1998 Game of the Year. It should have been the game of every year. I mean, still, they're still not making the game, but you know, it should have been the game of the year for every year. Maybe they should come to their senses and make it this year. In fact, they're doing a remake for the Nintendo 3DS. Sadly, I don't have a 3DS, but I will soon. So hopefully I will get that remake of Zelda Ocarina of Time for the 3DS. Alright. Anyway, moving on. But come on, guys. You can't go wrong with Zelda Ocarina of Time. It is the best video game out there, and I just love it to bits. And everyone else considers this to be their favorite video game of all time. And, you know, you can't blame them. Now, I grew up in the N64 game, so maybe you guys knew this was coming. But, come on. Seriously, you can't put this game down. It's not any addicting like Tetris or anything, but still, very, very, very good game. I mean, this is one of the best. Never mind. This is not only the best video game of all time. It's also the best Zelda game, obviously. Now, next to Twilight Princess. Now, there were 2 games on the N64. One was this. One was Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask is good too. But unfortunately, Majora's Mask was a little too hard for my standards. You're thinking, well, you could beat Ocarina of Time. Why can't you beat Majora's Mask? Well, because with Majora's Mask, they lowered the temples, which I guess raised the difficulty. You see, on GameSpot, this got a 10 out of 10. And not the GameCube version, the N64 version, but still, 10 out of 10. It should have been 15 out of 10. Or 20 out of 10. That's how good this game is. I mean, I can't believe it. Anyways, that's my favorite video game of all time. And just for a bonus, I'm going to tell you my second favorite game of all time. And that is Super Mario 64. Hey, what'd you expect? Born in the N64 days. Now N64... I messed up. Maybe I should make a blooper video. Maybe that'll be in there. I really enjoyed playing Super Mario 64 as a kid. And, well, I didn't really enjoy it that much as a kid because it was too hard. You know what happens when little kids get mad at hard games? I don't like it. It's so hard. I can't get past one of the bosses. Oh my god, it's so hard. I hate this game. I know my impressions of little kids aren't that impressive, but hey, you gotta give it a good example. Super Mario 64 is a really huge game. It's not as huge as Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time isn't really that huge either. But anyways, this is also a really, really big game. 120 stars to collect, 15 courses plus some bonus courses in the Bowser battles. Just totally epic. I mean, you can't go wrong with Mario 64. As you can tell, an N64 game is good when it's a player's choice. Million sellers. And of course, Ocarina of Time came in a gold cartridge for the N64. And it had a reason to. And Majora's Mask came in gold too. I wouldn't go too far. Majora's Mask is a great game, but it just doesn't really deserve being gold. I know some Majora's Mask fanboys are gonna go crazy. But, hey, Ocarina of Time was much better. I think Ocarina of Time got 10 out of 10 in GameSpot. Majora's Mask got 8.4 out of 10. And I think that's a little high for Majora's Mask. Maybe 8.2, maybe 8.1, maybe just a plain 8 out of 10. Majora's Mask isn't bad, but they could have made it a little easier. Maybe if they made it a little easier, added some more temples and maybe some more items, then I think it'd be on par with this. That much. Well, that is my favorite video game of all time. It was really hard to pick a favorite, but I got one right here. But before I end the video, you may be asking yourselves, what do I think of Master Quest? Well, considering that the temples were even hardened, I can't really say it's as good as the original, but it's still really, really fun. The original gets 10 out of 10, Master Quest gets a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. And I think that's a fair rating. Wouldn't you guys agree? Well, I gotta wrap this up. And, you know, since it's the GameCube version, enhanced graphics, they kind of made the textures fixed up a little bit, which is really, really, really good. The only complaint I really have with this game is that sometimes when you're using the analog stick on the GameCube controller, it's a little bit sensitive when aiming the bow and the hook shot. So when you're desperately trying to grab on to a ledge in Ganon's castle in the fire area, and it's sinking really quick, you're on a sinking platform, trying to hook onto the wall with your long shot, it's kind of hard to aim and shoot at the same time. And that's about it. Zelda Ocarina of Time, N64, GameCube, Wii, whatever system it's for, it's a masterpiece. Still waiting for the 3DS version to come out, even though I do not have a 3DS. But, hey. Well, that's about all there is to it. Alright, I dropped some. Hang on a second. That just about wraps it up for you kids. I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.